Welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to see about the components of building. There are two major components in the building. First one is the superstructure and second one is the substructure. The structure which is above the plinth level is called as superstructure and below the plinth level is called as substructure. The components in the superstructure are beams, columns, lintels, slabs, doors and windows, and the component in the substructure is foundation. Next, foundation. Foundation is a component which connects building to the ground and it supports the whole structure and it transfers the load safely to the ground and it prepare a level surface for concreting and masonry. The important concept in the foundation is the bearing capacity for soils. Bearing capacity means the maximum load per unit area the soil can withstand without failure, and the safe bearing capacity of the soil means the maximum pressure soil can carry without any shear. And the basic requirement of foundation is it should be located so that it can withstand future influences. It should be very stable and it should not lead to any settlement. And there are two major classifications of foundation. First one is the shallow foundation and second is the deep foundation. When the depth is equal to the width, then it comes under the shallow foundation. There are isolated footing, combined footing, strip footing, continuous footing and draft foundation. These are all the footings which comes under the shallow foundation. When the depth is greater than the width, then the foundation comes under the deep foundation. These type of foundations are used in the area where the soil bearing capacity is very low. And pile foundation, under reamed pile and caisson or well foundation or comes under the deep foundation category. First classification in shallow foundation is isolated footing. These type of footing will have a separate excavation pit and it will have the footing will have each column, and these type of footings will be constructed by using masonry or concrete. In this type of footing, the loads are safely transferred using the steps. And the second classification is combined footing. These types of footing are used when the space between the two columns is very less and the center of gravity of the load should coincide with the center of gravity of the foundation. These type of foundations comes in the trapezoidal or in a rectangular shape. And the third one is the simple footing. These type of footings are used for very light structures. These type of footings are made up of cement or lime concrete. And the stepped footing. These type of footings are used in the ground, used in the slope ground. Two or more footings of brick or concrete bed below the ground level. The depth of the concrete bed should be in even numbers. And the continuous footing. Continuous footing means two or more columns are placed in one row. These type of footings are used where the soil bearing capacity is very low, and these type of footings prevent the differential settlements. And the mat and raft foundation. These type of footings are used where the soil bearing capacity is low but the structure will have a heavy load. In this footing, the loads are transmitted by means of a continuous slab. In the next video, we will see about the deep foundation and their classifications.